Attorney General, and Trump already has a new nominee, Pam Bondi. The president says Pam was a prosecutor for nearly 20 years, where she was very tough on violent criminals and made the streets safe for Florida families. Then, as Florida's first female attorney general, she worked to stop the trafficking of deadly drugs. For too long, the partisan Department of Justice has been weaponized against me and other Republicans. Not anymore. Pam will refocus the DOJ to its intended purpose of fighting crime and making America safe again. Matt Gaetz withdrew himself from consideration this morning, saying he didn't want to be a distraction to the Trump-Vance administration. CNN reported that Trump called Gaetz and told him he didn't have the votes. And NBC reports at least 5 Republicans were a firm no on Gaetz, as in nothing was changing their minds. As in, even if Gaetz recited the Bible from memory at his hearing. Those senators are Mitch McConnell, Murkowski, Collins, Mullen, and Curtis. Fetterman, not surprised.
What was your reaction to Matt Gaetz dropping out?
Holy I didn't see that coming. I mean, yes, he was the ultimate troll, and people have the opportunity. They can freak out over things and respond. And if you want to do that, you don't have to. You better pace yourself, though, because it's not even Thanksgiving.
Gaetz was going to shake up the department, and then he got whacked. The story is a hacker stole files with testimony from a 17-year-old that's said to be damaging to Gaetz. But what it really looks like is a Democrat lawyer, oops, let it get out there and claimed he was hacked. And Biden's Justice Department and the Democrats on the House Ethics Committee are leaking classified files to the press like crazy. Leaks and hacks, that's what the deep state does when they want someone gone. Is the FBI investigating this hack? Definitely not. Remember, Gaetz was investigated by Biden's Department of Justice for 2 years, and they didn't bring a single charge. It was about dirtying him up. Now that Gaetz is out, the DOJ's high-fiving.
Now there's, I think, a lot of relief that Matt Gaetz is no longer the nominee. One person said certain events like the sun chasing away the dark of night are not surprising. They're expected. But that doesn't stop me from being grateful for each sunrise. I now know what is going to be the first feather of my gratitude handprint turkey this Thanksgiving.
They shouldn't get too excited because Pam Bondi will definitely get confirmed and has the same attitude as Gaetz. She'll be going there to clean house, smoke out the bandits, and declassify what they've been trying to hide. MSNBC realized later that they didn't dodge a bullet.
Pam Bondi is exactly what I was saying in the last segment that we should all fear, because she's competent. We may not agree with her ideologically, but she actually knows how to do this job. So if anyone on the Democratic side or anyone who cared about liberty or justice was thinking, well, maybe Matt Gaetz will screw this up and that'll give us some time. No, Pam Bondi knows what she's doing.
Brett Tolman's a former U.S. attorney and executive director for Right on Crime. How you doing, Brett?
Doing great. Thanks, Jesse, for having me.
Of course. So what do you think really happened with Gaetz?
Look, I think this is one in which Donald Trump, who can blame him for wanting someone in that position that isn't going to use subterfuge and false allegations and secret meetings to try to launch a campaign against a sitting president. And Matt Gaetz had proven that he was very loyal, had similar policy views, and I think he would have been that type of a attorney general. But it's not surprising to me that the president, probably going into it, understood that was going to be a tough confirmation. And look, to me, it looks like a pretty good chess move. You put Gaetz up and the world freaks out. He withdraws. And what do you have? You have Pam Bondi sitting there. And who's going to come at her for not being capable of serving in this role?
Yeah, she's a stud. She's a legal. She has chops. She's got an experienced background, and she's a total pro, and she's America first. The Gaetz thing is interesting because where does he go? Does he go back to Congress? Is he allowed to go back to Congress? What's going on with this ethics investigation report that they're supposed to release if he's in Congress, but don't if he's not? Does he get a job at the DOJ that's non-Senate confirmed? Does he get a job as the Justice Czar? Do they want to run him for governor of Florida if DeSantis wants to be senator? There's a lot of moves for them to make with him, right?
Well, there is. And keep in mind, one of the more powerful and influential positions in DOJ is the Attorney General's chief of staff. That would not require the confirmation. I mean, that's a very real possibility. The ability to influence the moves in DOJ could come from that position as well as any. But look, Matt Gaetz has a bright future. I think he certainly has eyes on holding office again. Will it be in the Senate? Will it be Rubio's position? Will it be as governor? I think he has many options. I think he'll explore. He'll certainly be haunted by the ethics, committee investigation. But, as we've all seen in Washington, D.C., a few years down the road, and the memory is short.
Yeah, they could even name him special prosecutor to go after the weaponization. That would that would be a turn of events. No one
a new and fearsome special prosecutor that has actual authority to do something. That would be great.
That would be great. Pam Bondi again. So she's in there now. It looks like she'll sail through the confirmation. That's a pretty strong team. If you get Bondi in there and you have his national security guys, and if RFK and Hegseth gets in there, I mean, you could see every single nominee get confirmed. Is that what you expect now?
I do, and Jesse, you had folks like Mark Cuban saying that Donald Trump never has a strong, intelligent woman around him. And look at his cabinet picks. Look at the strong women that will lead the White House, that will lead the Department of Justice. I think it is remarkable to see these powerful women that have risen to the top and understand what it's like to lead. And kudos to Donald Trump for not being afraid to put women in positions that he's not always going to have, an easy time with. There's going to be friction in some of these positions, but I think he likes that. I think he likes people that are strong, both inside and out. And look, Pam Bondi, I'm very appreciative of the friendship that we've had. I've seen her in moments of difficulty. Her strength, not a lot of people understand, I think, how strong she is and what a force she will be to fix DOJ and get rid of this weaponization that we've seen.
Yeah, J.D. Vance said this was the most important pick of the cabinet, and it looks like it's Pam Bondi.